What's up, guys? What are you doing here? Quick side note: I know I haven't been uploading in a while. Please don't crucify me. I just didn't feel like it. So today I'm gonna be talking about a story. This was my first time ever seriously punching somebody, like actually meaning to hurt them, like in a self-defense situation. And like I don't mean like walking to the local bus stop and beating up the kids for their lunch because your parents don't give you any. That doesn't count. I'm talking about an actual punch, like when your life is in danger because someone wants to kick your kneecaps in. So yeah, I'll be telling you all about that one. So 9-year-old little Waddy is getting ready for his practice. He's got a big practice today. Nothing special really. It wasn't even that big. He was just getting ready for practice. He goes into his locker room to change into his swimming suit. And what do you know, in there is one of his good friends. I wouldn't really say good. I barely even knew this kid, but like, he was chill. We were pretty chill, so we're both in there just changing. And there are these two other kids in the corner of the room, right? And they're both changing. And everything is fine, right? Like nothing's happening. This isn't very interesting quite yet. Suddenly, this one other kid walks in, seeming perfectly normal, right? And the other two kids kind of look at him suspiciously, right? Like they've seen this kid before, and it didn't really bother me much at first. I was still changing with this other acquaintance of mine. We were both just changing, and suddenly this kid just goes up to one of the kids, just grabs his head and smashes it into the locker like a fucking barbarian. And I'm not even kidding. I was really shocked when this happened. Like I couldn't really comprehend that this kid just tried to smash his head like an egg against a wall. But that that happened, so I was in shock, right? And so next thing I know, this kid, like, I think he would like retort, like try to fight back or something, do something about it. And he just kind of like goes back and looks at him. Like it didn't hurt that much. He just sort of looks at this kid. And he just looks at him for a while, and his friend is giving him like a death stare. But this kid just sort of looks at him, right? I'm talking about the other guy. And he just sort of looks at him. And so the kid's friend, not him, not the guy who got smashed, the kid's friend walks up to him and looks like he wants to, pick a fight with him, right? Like they're both like getting up at each other's chest and it's just squawking like idiots. Oh, it was great, right? So my friend and I are sitting here kind of like confused, not really sure what's going on. We both want to just finish up changing. I basically have my suit on at this point, and I'm just kind of staying to, really just see what happens. And so, these, good lord. So, one of the kids just straight up, like I said earlier, he wants to pick a fight with the other guy. And I'm not even joking, after like being up in his face for a while, this kid grabs the other kid's head and smashes it against the locker like he did to his friend. And then the other kid like freaks out a little, the guy who like started it, and then just grabs his whole body and kind of tackles him against the locker while the other guy tries to pull him off, right? And he pulls the kid off to get away from his friend, and it's like this weird tussle now, right? And my friend and I are still just standing there completely just like, what is happening? So this kid is like, he's trying to pick a fight, obviously, but I'm not sure what the other kid wants. The kid that first got smashed, seemed completely fine, like nothing was happening at all, even though this big tussle just kind of happened. And then he was just like, dude, what are you doing? You do this all the time. And I was kind of like, okay, so this kid has a history with them or something. And next thing I know, the kid just goes back in, right? He takes on these two people like he thinks he's some sort of fucking ninja or something. He jumps into the mix, starts like throwing punches. It becomes who can smash the person into the other locker harder. And it's 1-on-2, and this kid like they're trying to actually get him to stop. Like the other two aren't really trying to get him to fight, except for like one of them just clearly wants to bash his brains in or something. And I'm just sitting there and like keep in mind I'm like 9 at this point, right? Like I don't know what's going on. And these kids are probably, I'd say they were about 10 to 9. They were around my age. And they're fighting and all, and then I was like, you know what, this isn't good. Me and my friend need to like help break this up. So I like walk over, and the kid that just jumped into them, the kid that really started this all and really just started fighting everyone. I walk over to him and pull him away from the other two guys, and I'm kind of like, dude, why are you starting a fight in this locker room? Like, what are you doing? Like, stop, please. I just want to go get changed and go to practice. And he kind of looks at me funny at first, right? For like half a second almost. He kind of looks at me funny, right? And I'm looking right back at him, wondering what's going to happen. And then that funny look on his face just suddenly just transforms into this look of pure rage. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this kid looked at me with the death stare. Like, he wanted to rip my throat open, and I don't know why. I just wanted to pull him from the fight. I don't know what his problem was. Obviously he had a big one. He just looked right at me like he was about to kill me. I just kind of looked back at him and I was like, dude, what is, why? I mean, I chose the wrong day to like go into the locker and dress, because normally I'd dress like before, but I chose clearly the wrong day because I didn't really want to get involved with any of this. But I guess I just had to, right? So like I said earlier, right, look of primal Winston-looking ass rage staring right at me. Like, this is what this guy looked like, okay? This is what he looked like, right? This is how mad this guy looked. I like, what the fuck is that? What is that crease? But like I was saying, that's what he looked at me like. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. So he keeps looking at me like that until he pushes me, right? And there's like these benches like across the locker room wall, right? And he starts like kicking me. It was the weirdest exchange I'd ever been in, right? Like, he wasn't trying to tackle me or punch me or anything like that. He was just kicking me, kicking at my kneecaps, like trying to kick me. Like, I don't know if he was trying to dead leg me, but I mean, you don't do that from the front. I don't know what he was doing, but he was trying to kick me. And so I was just like, dude, I am not, what is he doing? And so I just look at this kid straight in the eye as he's trying to kick me, and it's clear that I'm like stronger than him, right? Like, he didn't, like, he was kind of, he wasn't skinny, but he wasn't like muscly either. And I'm not saying like I was like super jacked 9-year-old or anything, but like for a 9-year-old I had some muscle on me at the time, right? So while he's kicking me, I just kind of look at him, and it hurts a little bit, but I don't know what he's trying to do. It really, like, it hurts a little, but it really doesn't hurt because he's kicking my kneecaps, and he's annoying me. And right there, I just decided, you know what? Screw it. I've never really like actually meant to punch someone before, unless, you know, taking the local kindergartner's lunch monies. Yeah, that's fucked. I didn't mean that, but like I said, I never punched anyone before, so I just look this kid right in the eye and just give him the weirdest, straightest punch, just right in the face. I didn't even know if I had punched right. I didn't even know what I did, but I hit him square in the face, and like, he just like backed up almost. Like, it was like a forcibly, like, my punch did something, right? Because it like, it made him back up, and it pushed him away a little. And the look of rage in his eyes earlier just like went to like straight confusion. Like, wait, did I just get punched? Like, I don't know why either, because this kid like 30 seconds ago had his head smashed into a freaking locker. So he just looks at me and is kind of like, what just happened? And is looking at me, and I was just staring right back at him like, I don't know what was going on. So then he kind of just turned around, looked at the other two kids. I said some 9-year-old freaking insult, probably your cancer or something, and then just walks right out. And then I go to practice, and that was basically the end of it. Well, until of course after practice, see, it turns out one of the like older managers at the place was like really good friends with this kid. Like he gets into trouble a lot, and he kind of helps him or something. I have no idea. And he was like my friend from earlier was like, dude, you know that kid that like went psycho in there? I was like, yeah, and he's like, one of the managers is like pissed at you for punching him because apparently he told the story like, oh, he punched me out of nowhere, which I don't know, dude. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. That's all for today. What do you, dude?